How do you get a narcissistic individual to leave you alone? Narcissistic people are tricky people. No matter how much you try to lose them, they seem to double down on their behaviour and come after you. Even if you're just trying to create that distance, they come at you with no end of psychological mind games to reel you back into their trap. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, one of the first things we need to recognise is we cannot change them. It's a difficult enough job, and most of us don't necessarily succeed instantly. It takes time to change who we are as a person. And a narcissist programs you over time to change to serve them. So they're not just going to change. They're not just going to go to therapy and change back into who they sold themselves to be to manipulate you in the first place, because even that wasn't who they are. That was all an illusion to earn your trust and your admiration. When it comes to narcissistic people, they're looking for that supply, whatever supply it is for that narcissist, whether they're wanting that supply of attention, that supply of monetary items, that supply of being connected with certain individuals, whatever it is that narcissist is looking for, they're looking for within you or those around you. When it comes to narcissistic people, once they've got you, once they've got control over you, they don't like losing that sense of control, which is often why they will double down on their behaviour when they do lose control in order to regain control over you. And when they can no longer control you, they will go all out to smear your name, to control what other people think of you. So just how do you rid yourself of a narcissistic individual? First and foremost, you recognise their pattern of behaviour and recognise that that is who they are as a person. You will often notice with a narcissist, yes, they can treat someone oh so well who hasn't confronted them, who is pleasing them. However, if you're dealing with a narcissistic individual that likes to fall silent on people, you will notice that they fall silent on their child, they fall silent on their parents, they fall silent on their friends, they fall silent on you. When they phone a friend and ask them to come and move something for them, and the friend says, oh no, I've got a family meal plan, they then don't speak to that friend for a few weeks. When they cheat with their best friend's wife, or try to cheat with their best friend's wife and get caught out on this, they are the person, the narcissist is the person who stops speaking to the best friend and expects the best friend to make it up to them. So that is who they are. The pattern of behaviour is who they are. It's their personality. And they make that their personal reality. They're looking to get away with their behaviour by blaming other people, by playing the victim in the reality that they created. And to get a narcissistic individual to leave you alone, you have to cut off all your supply. You have to cut off all the attention you give them. Even when they're provoking you into the anger and frustration and you desperately want to react out at them to make yourself momentarily feel better, it doesn't work because the narcissist has gained that attention from you. As difficult and as challenging as it is, we have to not give the narcissist our reaction, focus on who we are as a person and what their behaviour is teaching us to stay away from them and leave them to it. If you want to annoy a narcissist, it annoys them more by you not reacting, not responding. They're not getting that attention they believe they're entitled to, and many can double down and escalate their behaviour, which is why you need to stay safe. So cutting off all forms of supply, limiting your contacts, limiting your communication, limiting your time spent around negative people. We don't need that negative toxic influence within our lives. There's enough toxicity in the world without those who claim they care about us bringing us even more. You want to walk with those who are willing to raise you up as you're willing to raise them up, not with those who want to consistently drag you down with them. They're aiming down and they want to take you down with them so that they can feel superior to you, because anything that goes wrong, they pass the blame on to you. So limit all communication. Give them no emotional reaction. They have to mean absolutely nothing to you. Now, this isn't always easy because you usually do care about the person, which is why it's vital to recognize their patterns of behavior and recognize who they are as a person, so you can start detaching yourself emotionally, psychologically, and physically. You might need to get your emotional reactions out safely elsewhere, speaking with supportive people, people who understand. To begin with, a narcissist has invalidated you so much that you might need that external source of validation until you can learn to validate yourself. Stop giving them the emotional reactions that they are so desperately craving from you. This is why they are playing those games with you. And once you give them that emotional reaction, they win. They've got what they wanted. When you stop giving them that emotional reaction, they get offended. They might escalate their game. So keep yourself safe. Do not defend yourself to them. By defending yourself to them, you are playing straight into their hands. When you go to communicate with a narcissist about something, one of their attacks to protect themselves is by getting you to defend yourself to them, to explain yourself to them. Do not explain yourself to them, because any explanation you give them, they take down and use that explanation against you to make you feel worse. Anytime you express how you feel, they use those feelings against you to make you feel worse. They will pick at your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities and use them against you to hurt you all the more. You are not allowed a difference of opinion. A narcissistic person will get a group of individuals that think like them, and they will be very outspoken in that particular line of thinking. And this is what's heartbreaking, is because there's a lot of genuine people in that line of thinking that can respect other people's thoughts, feelings and opinions. With a narcissist, you are only allowed to think their way, or you're going to be scapegoated out of their way. So take religion, for example. There is plenty of different religious people in the world, and there's lots of different religions. Now, you can have someone who's not particularly religious and doesn't really know much about it, yet as long as you're happy living your life, being religious, doing your thing, doesn't negatively impact you, fine, fair enough. Then you get narcissistic individuals where if you do anything that goes against their religion, you need teaching a lesson. You're the one in the wrong. They can't respect that you have a different religion to them, that you respect one religion and they respect another. You have got to follow suit with their line of thinking and their beliefs, or you are wrong. You are the one destroying everybody. You are the one harming everybody. They want to turn everybody against you for not towing their line. So do not explain your opinions to narcissistic individuals. They're not interested in a healthy debate. They lack the empathy to see it from your point of view. If you don't match their point of view, then you're going against them, and anything you say, they take it as a personal attack and go all out to ruin you. And on the basis of religions, there is plenty of religions with plenty of genuine, nice people. It's just in all groups, there's just that 1-2% of narcissistic individuals that seem to try and ruin it for everybody else. Do not give them your attention. They thrive off the attention, the admiration and the support. Take your attention away from them. If at all possible, go no contact. Leave them to go and live their life while you go and live yours. Again, not that easy with a narcissistic individual. However, it is possible if you are determined enough and you have a strong enough desire to break free from them. How you stop a narcissist from bothering you, how you get a narcissistic individual to leave you alone, is to leave them well alone. Have nothing more to do with them. Even when they are coming at you, recognize their gameplay and no longer play into their hands. Because as soon as you do, they've got you where they want you and they go after you all the more. Now, when you are no longer giving them a supply, many will up their games, which is why you need to keep yourself safe. However, narcissistic individuals do have a knack of getting bored very easily. They'll rewrite it in their own head that it was all their idea. They'll go all out to smear your name, to try and destroy you any way they can so that they can feel better about you, no longer having anything to do with them. And if people want to feed into their lives, then those people, you don't want those kinds of people in your life. The narcissist can have those kinds of people until they see for themselves, because it's not always to see, and they do have a knack of convincing everybody else that everyone else is the problem. However, you can't help people. You can't make people hear what they don't want to see. You don't need those kinds of influencers in your life. You need to be your best influencer in your decision making, in your life skills, in doing the things that you enjoy, in learning how to validate yourself, build your self-esteem, build your confidence, learning from mistakes. Not easy and not necessarily fun. However, we can learn from other people's mistakes. We can't make other people learn from their mistakes when they just simply don't want to. So anyone who believes the narcissist lies, they're for the narcissist, not for us. We can find our own path, and a much happier one, without negative influences trying to bring you crashing down when there's enough negativity in the world, without having those who claim to care about you destroying you while claiming they're trying to help you. So the best way to get a narcissistic individual to leave you alone is to cut off all your supply and leave them alone. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments with people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a few books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around narcissistic individuals who do not respect your boundaries. Those links will be in the description also if you'd like to go and check them out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.